Hey everyone, this is Phil, and today I'm going to show you a brand new timer. This is the StackMat G5 timer. Let me remove it from its... It's actually pretty tough to remove, which is a feature that I'll explain later. It's pretty cool. So this is the timer. It is bulkier than before, so we're going to get into what it's like, what's different about it, comparing it with the old timer, and answer some frequently asked questions. So to start off, this timer runs for $32.99, and you can actually get it into a bundle with this mat and this bag altogether for $39.94, which is actually a pretty good deal. So for $7, you're getting a carrying case and a high quality mat. But this video is mostly about the timer because this is the tech and this is the thing that we care about. Okay, so let's talk about features. Let's see what's new in this timer. So if you turn it around, you'll notice that there are these retractable plastic bits over here, and they actually hook onto these nubs. So you can hear it click into place. And now, no matter how hard you hit the timer, it can't come off the mat. It's pretty secure. You would have to hold the mat down and intentionally pry it off in order to get it off. So at competitions, people do move around a lot. People run around and stop the timer, sometimes aggressively, and so it's good to know that this timer will not dislodge by accident. All right, so I actually got rid of the mat because it's quite colorful, and now we can focus on the timer, which is the whole point of this video. As you can see on the back, you can put your name on it, which is pretty cool. And there's a battery compartment. This timer comes with 2 AAA batteries pre-installed, so it's pretty much just ready to go when you receive it. Let's talk about what the other things this timer can do. So obviously, it can turn on, and as you can see, there is some text. Right now, it says 2-pad, and we'll go into that later. But first, the SpeedStacks company redid these buttons so that they are much tougher and more resilient. And also it takes more time to press in order for the button to activate, which reduces, accidentally resetting the timer or turning your timer off and potentially losing your time. So if I just press the button, it does not turn off. But if I press and hold it, just for a fraction of a second, it will turn off. That doesn't work, right? So instead, you should hold the button a little and it'll reset. It's so small, the difference, but the small difference is a big difference when it comes to differentiating between accidental grazing and touching versus intentionally pressing the button. So that's pretty cool. And as you can see, there are these 2 thumb pads over here. This is more for the cup stackers out there, but essentially how it works is if you hold this button down long enough, I think it's around like 5 seconds, it'll switch from 2-pad to 4-pad, and you'll see this light has turned blue, which indicates 4-pad mode. Now, you can start it by not only putting your hands here, but also your thumbs over here. And the timer is going. And stopping it like this conventionally doesn't stop the timer. Instead, you need to stop it with a pair of palms and a pair of thumbs. So this is just to make sure your timer stops and starts right here in a consistent manner. I suppose it does stop people from like karate chopping, because you can't possibly karate chop without having really weird motion. But for the most part, I think cubers will default to a 2-pad setup, which is just very conventional and what they're used to. So now let's go over some frequently asked questions. The first one is a really important one, and that is this competition legal? Is this a sanctioned timer of the World Cube Association? And the answer is no. At this current time, this timer is not sanctioned for official WCA competition usage. Of course, the answer no is really like a maybe not yet, because they also didn't turn the timer down. It's still very early in the process. This timer is just newly released. So it's entirely possible that the WCA will adopt this, but nothing is certain. I think things are still being decided, and we'll know when they know. So that's the first question that I've seen a lot of people ask. The second question we get is, wow, this timer is really ugly. Well, technically not a question, but still we see it a lot. And the people that are saying this are obviously, they're coming from the older generation, which is this. This is longer and more slender. We've been using this type of stack mat for years, and now this one is a little bulky and much wider, but it's coming from this to this, and of course this is entirely subjective. I personally don't have an issue with how this looks, but the whole point of this video is to show you what this looks like and how it works so that you can decide for yourself whether you like it or not. And of course this comes with new features that are designed to kind of contemplate real life happenings in stacking and cubing. So definitely quality of life is better on this product, but you can see here is a side-by-side comparison. All right, so with that said, now let's try some solves on this timer, because we're cubers. Cubers got a cube, and we can show you this timer in action. Let's try it.